I'm sorry, this is take 3 of a video. I'm too easily distracted by things. Oh, kidnapper van for sale. It's red. It's non-classic. I'm not into kidnapping. That's just like, I just remember how many of them I had to run from as a child. Not kidding. I saw some people moving a wood stove into their house, and it reminded me of a true story. Yard sale. I'm so easily distracted. True story. Little vegetable stand. They got beans. Musical fruit. Motorcycle guy. That LED is bright, man. Laser. So, moving a wood stove reminded me. I kind of grew up with wood stoves, so I'm not bad at them. I kind of know the basic operation of them, and I understand some people don't. Turning, dude. So, really nice slow-mo turn here and let traffic catch up so I can sit here longer. I see you're hauling hay. Yeah, we live in the farm district of South Jersey. They're hauling hay. I got brush in the back of my truck, very common. I have to pull over for tractors. I'm not making fun. It's just how what we do around here. Cornfields everywhere. Oh, I'm so corny. So I'm at a tractor supply store. I just realized what I said. City folk would be like, is this guy real? He's just making fun of rednecks, right? Like, nah, just calm down, all right? So, I was at a tractor supply store, and these people were returning the wood stove. Now, I'm at the front of the store where they have all, like, the antique candy, like Mary Jane's and stuff like that. Some of the old, like, Jawbreakers and stuff, classic candies. Now, honestly, oh, they're playing cornhole. I'm not going to creep shot that family picnic. The more I they were driving toward a town called Cedarville, for those of you making fun of South Jersey. And they have a pickup truck full of hay. I know I'm sensitive. I just been made fun of a lot. When I tell people where I live, people from North Jersey say, "Oh, you live in Cucumber County?" Yeah, I live in Cucumber County. Yes, I own a tractor. Anyway, so they're returning a wood stove. So I'm now curious. I'm just pretending to shop at this point. So I'm listening, like. The lady's like, well, okay, but what's the reason for the return? Because, well, it doesn't work. Now, they got a wood stove without a blower, just plain old radiant heat wood stove, right? Classic, normal. It's not potbelly. It's one of them little square things. They're nice. I've dealt with them before. I'd love to be able to afford putting a chimney on my house and getting one. Because they got a lot of wood. Like, I'm getting ready to take this to the dump and put it in their brush. So this family, it's like a father-son thing. Like, well, it doesn't work. And the lady at the store is like, it doesn't work? I'm like, yeah, it doesn't work. There's no blower on it. So they go get the manager, she comes over, and they're like, what do you want to return it for? It doesn't work. And they're getting frustrated. At this point, I feel like, you know how many times I've had managers tell me to mind my own business, but I want to get involved. I'm the classic old man that wants to give advice. Like, I want to talk to him. Like, hey, if you want, I can. Not that I want to go into your house, but I can show you how it works. You just need some instruction, or maybe go on YouTube or ask a hillbilly, and they can tell you how it works. I mean, the only way it wouldn't work is if the flue was completely closed off and you couldn't open it, right? The air inlet. Or maybe they don't have fire, or I don't know. maybe they, I don't know. I mean, that they're, so then the manager, she's like, well, you know, I mean, did you use kindling? Did you put wood in? She's like, look, it doesn't work. So I just listened to that for a while. I was amusing myself trying to visualize the things they were doing to try to get heat out of the wood stove. That didn't work. Now, maybe they just wanted to get their money back for whatever reason. Maybe somebody in the family was like, we can't have that, I'll set a fire. And I'm thinking, if you come with a wood stove and you don't know how it works, maybe you shouldn't have one. Not a bad idea. Are you going to return the fire extinguishers you bought with it? What do you mean you didn't buy fire extinguishers? You bought a wood stove and not fire extinguishers, and you never used one before? Anyway, you know, now I'm going to have to look on YouTube and see if, I'm sure there's thousands of videos like how to start a fire in a wood stove. Because there's all those really cool videos of people with like the minimalist houses, like live in Canada, and they're these little places, and they're incredible. I love those videos. Check them out if you can, after you give me a like and subscribe. Yeah, they're totally cool. Especially that guy like lives in his van off the batteries, and it's like minus 40 degrees, and he stays in like mall parking lots and stuff. That is so bad. But did I cuss already? I'm trying not to cuss. The YouTube algorithm, sensitive little soul. Where are we at here? So I got to remember to go to the dump. I'm going to be like pulling my driveway, get my mail. Like, I forgot to do something, because the dump closes in 35 minutes. So, yeah, I can't wait to show you this weird mold growing on this tree that I cut up. So yeah, I'm envisioning all these things, like, I wonder what they did. It's okay. There's a lot of people that don't know how fire works as we move into our modern society. I don't agree with it. Everybody's got their idea what education should be. I personally would restructure the schooling a little bit and spend more time on practical things now that people aren't doing practical things at home anymore. So people aren't getting the education that the older generation had. But the thing is, the guy was my age, but maybe he grew up in a household where they didn't have to do anything, and they had technicians come do everything for him. Which, yeah, I mean, I wish I had enough money at this point in my life to do stuff like that. I don't have any kids myself to say, hey, go out and do this for me, you know. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's why my grandpa like took me and my mom in. It's like, oh good, I have a little helper here. I'm going to teach him when he's about 3 how to do stuff. You know, I loved my grandpa to death. I learned a lot from him. Mainly just how to be a stubborn old man, but I don't think he knew my name. I don't think he ever referenced my name once. To me, I was the oldest boy of my generation, so he just called me boy. I mean, I know that I'm older. I don't remember everything as well, but I keep looking back and looking back. I don't think he knew my name. I think he thought my name was boy, which I was okay with. It's fine. This is our she's a friend of the family. She's in amazing condition. She usually walks. She's bicycling right now. Yeah, so maybe someday I can get a little campfire going in one of my little outside areas. Now I bought this thing. I think I got it. I forget where I got it from, but right away I was like, I got to get a drill and drill holes in the bottom of this. There's no good air inlet. But it was cheap. You buy something cheap, you might have to modify it, folks. So maybe someday we'll do that, and I'll show you like how I would start a fire. Most people will be like, oh no, you got to do it like this, got to do it like this. You got to have airflow. If you're dealing with wood, unless you have already a pre-established hot fire, you don't want wet wood. You want dry wood, if you can, if possible. Preferably some level of dry kindling, because you want to start with the easier to burn stuff and let that build up and get some open flame, and then the heavier stuff will start burning. And then once your fire is established, just throw wood on it once in a while, you know. Again, you want good airflow if your goal is to have a hotter fire. Once you get it established, you get coals burning, the wood swells up, and it's got separation in the in what eventually has become charcoal at this point. I can't say that. Charcoal is formed in a very low oxygen environment. It's a slow burn. That's why it still has material in it, and some of the carbon residue is like a slow burn stuff. You know? That's why people like charcoal, because it's a slow burn. Anyway, so yeah, just they were returning to wood stove because it didn't work. So that was funny to me. It was just really funny. And I saw those people moving a wood stove, and I hope it looks like somebody gave it to them. It's got a little rust on it, or they might have bought it used. I mean, I'm hoping that they know that you got to put wood in it, and you got to set the wood on fire, and you want to do that in the stove and not in the house, because I always imagine embers coming out of a stove and setting somebody's house on fire. That's why I want to live in a concrete building. Oh, cool. After I hit the Powerball, which will never happen unless I just find the winning ticket on the ground, because I never buy one. I have my own business where I have heavy equipment, but then not do anything. Well, I'm just going to go around the yard. I'll buy some property and just move stuff around in a very fuel efficient way. Not, you know, keep forgetting we're destroying the environment. I'm going to have electric tractors. I actually wouldn't mind having an electric tractor. I got a diesel tractor. Hey buddy, nice beard. Hi sir. I didn't know that guy. That makes sense in my town. When I was a kid, a friend of mine lived back here, and when I was like 14 or something, I'd ride a bicycle to his house. And sometimes I would take the long way, because the shortest route, nobody ever tied their dogs up back then. Just kind of, we didn't either. We just kind of let our dog go. And if you were walking with a stick, most of the times the dogs would just come up to you, like, "Hey, I'm just letting you know this is my property." But if you were on a bicycle, it's like you know how they use rabbits to start dog races? Yeah, you were the rabbit. I used to be in much better shape back then. Careful, I'm up. Nice and slow. What the hell am I doing? I got brush on the trash. I totally forgot what I was doing. Ah, cool dog. It's funny, I was just talking about dogs. Yeah, you can find out you can accelerate quickly. Alright, let's see if I can be a brave little trooper and throw stuff in the upper. Yeah, I'll try to be a good citizen. I always try to do stuff for older people. Like, that way I let them have the better parking spots and stuff. Let's see if I can throw this stuff. You gotta pull your pants up, man. Come on now. No, I'm not gonna creep shot her. Got this really inexpensive energy drink at Ollie's. It's like $3 for 6 of them. It's made out of powder, because if you don't, you got to mix it up. And by the way, don't shake it. That's not natural. Come on now. It's not rust. It's made out of plastic. Hey, people. Come on now. further away. Let the old people park up front. So I'm going to injure myself again on this. Puppy! Puppy! Ouch. Great. And my nipple won't work anymore. It was already pretty lazy. Yes, yes, I hear you, puppy. I'm good. Thanks. Yep, yep. I need the exercise. Thank you, young man. Fuzzy. Generic energy drinks. If I sneeze, it's all over. Sure how much longer the video is going to last, folks. We're closing on the 18-minute mark. Oh, so yeah, that energy drink, I found out the hard way. You got to mix it, but don't shake it before you open it because it's carbonated. Most of you probably already know that.